That's a question indeed. King Hobu agreed, but maybe should come after Mass. We need to discourse on this problem of yours, but meanwhile get rid of the dust. So his minister said that if they did not get his holy dust from his feet, then how are they supposed to honor him? So, considering this problem, considering this fact, the king said that yes, it is something to be thought of, but this is not the solution to the problem. So, they should find out a solution to the problem to get rid of the dust. You're getting good money. I don't think it funny. You can't tackle problems like these. There seems little point why I should appoint these scientists with long degrees. So there should be some reason for which I am paying these scientists and highly intellectual people with long degrees. So deal with the first things first, or else be prepared for the worst. So he threatens them that if they does not find a solution to this problem, they should be ready to face the worst. Thus royally chided, poor Hobu decided to call the wise men of the land. Each subtle mechanic was summoned in panic. They studied and brooded and scanned. With spectacles perched on the nose, they researched as they took 19 barrels of snuff, then warned if the crust of the earth lost its dust, you couldn't grow food grains enough. So, all the people, all highly intellectual people, the mechanics were called to find a solution, and they researched a lot, and they found out that they should be having something, they should be finding something so that this problem can be solved. But in order to do this, they thought and thought. I took 19 barrels of snuff, which was quite a lot amount, and said that if the crust would be freed from dust, then how the food grains would be grown. Why? What are you wise men worth? So the king says that if you give another problem, if you arise another question, then how is the problem to be solved? Then what are you here for? Said the king. Can't you tackle the dirt? After some more discussion, they find a solution, which was to buy millions of brooms. The king couldn't breathe, for the dust from the street was driven right into his rooms. The people that passed were blinked with dust. They coughed and sneezed in the days. The dust floated down and veiled all the town. The sun disappeared in the haze. So they bought so many brooms and they started brooming the entire land, and there was so much dust that it even covered the sun, and everywhere it was dust, and people started coughing and they sneezed because it was dust everywhere. Even the rooms were filled with dust. Next, the king remarked, now really sore to clear the dust, they have added more. So to douse down the earth and settle the dirt, some 2 million watermen came. They drained all the lakes to fill water bags, and boats couldn't sail on the stream. The water beasts died as their element dried, while land beasts struggled to swim. So now the next solution was to sprinkle water over the land, which made the matters worse because they all filled the water bags with the water from the lakes and ponds, as a result of which the water animals began to die, and the animals on land, they began to swim. So it was the exact opposite, the extremes, which was taking place. And you can understand what the condition would be like. So everywhere it was mucky and muddy. All business was stuck in the slime and the muck, and fever attacked every limb. The king said, this army of asses has turned all the dust to morasses. So they held more talk, and from every walk the wise men came to attend. So this was also not worth. With reeling eyes and dazed surmise, they found of the dust no end. One man had a thought to lay out cloth or cover the land with mats. So there came another solution, that it's better to cover the land with mats, or day and night to shut up tight the chamber where the king sat. So either the land has to be covered with mat, or the king has to be confined within the four walls of his room, so that he couldn't come out and his feet won't be dirty. If they kept him enclosed all the time, his feet couldn't land in the grime. Said the king. That's neat. It would guard my feet, but how would I govern my realm? So the king said that yes, that was a good solution, that I would not be coming out of my room, but how will I govern my country then if I do like this? So they spoke again. Call the leatherman to sew up the earth in a sack. This will make a great story to his majesty's glory and hold all the dust right back. So they said that the whole earth should be covered with leather, So that is why in this way they can get rid of the dust. A simple device. If we can just find out a smart leatherman. For such leatherware, they looked everywhere, abandoning all other course. So now they started finding out one leatherman who was supposed to sew up something so that the king's feet would be freed, okay, of the dust. But no craftsman found nor hides to go round even after they knocked all the doors. So they couldn't find any person like this. But just at this while there rose with a smile the leatherman's grizzled old chief. My lord, please permit that I may submit a measure to bring to you relief. So one of the oldest chiefs of the leathermen, he said that if you might permit me, then I can find a solution or find relief to your problem. The whole earth you needn't ensheath, so you needn't cover the whole earth with leather. Just cover your own 2 feet. Oh, were it so easy, you wouldn't be busy? The king said, pursuing our mission, let him be impaled, the minister railed, or bind him and throw him in prison. So it had a just opposite effect on the other men. They said that how dare he say like this, that the feet of the king will be covered with leather. So they thought of throwing him into prison. But the old man sat down at the foot of the throne, and in leather the royal feet dressed. Why, Gobu now said, this was in my head. So now the minister wanted to take credit of the entire thing, and when the entire shoes were being made, his feet, king's feet was covered with leather, that is the shoes. Now they thought that yes, it was a good solution. But how could be the blighter have guessed? And that is how shoes were invented, the earth saved and Kovu contented. So the king was contented with the solution and the earth was saved from all the extremities of the highly intellectual people of the country. Okay, so this is what the poem is all about. So all my students, please go through the poem for a better understanding, and any more doubts will be solved in the live classes. Thank you students for listening to me. Have a nice day.